Hey everybody, this is Alize, your favorite Hula root worker, and today I am here to talk about what can you do to contact me for spell work, what should you remember, what should you know about me as a spellcaster. So I have talked in my previous video that I work with pure divine love. Alright, so I do take up curses and hexes when they are deserved. Please remember that there cannot be any 100% guarantee, because simply because I am not God. If I had 100% guarantee, then I would not be doing this. I would probably be doing something bigger, okay, for my own self or maybe for a lot of people, right? So please remember, people who promise 100% guarantees, they are 100% frauds. I can guarantee you that people who give you 100% guarantee are 100% frauds. And please don't fall in their traps. They also say stuff like, your ex will be back, or something like that will be done in 7 days or 14 days or 21 days or whatever amount of time it is. Okay, though most of my spell work, like most of my spell work, meaning 50% of my spell work or 50 to 60% of my spell work, clients get their results within 3 months. Okay, 3 weeks to 3 months, they get their results within 3 weeks to 3 months, but does not mean that your results are guaranteed within 3 weeks to 3 months. It just means that if you basically have no blockages, and if you're able to manifest with alongside with me, and if you are able to be positive all the time and work the law of attraction well for yourself, then you would be able to manifest as soon as possible. It can even be less than 3 weeks. I have seen people manifest like in 2 days or even one day. All right, so it just depends a bit on you. All right, I mean, I would not say a bit, I would say about 30 to 40% on you. All right, so you have to be sure that yes, you are ready for that 30 to 40%. Okay, now I would like to talk about the time frame. The time frame is, again, I am not God. I do not control time. I cannot say that it will happen within this time only, or something of that sort. But I will give you a time frame when I am doing your reading. So before anything, I would have to first do your reading, as I said, and you would have to contact my assistant, and she will schedule your reading. And my reading schedules are pretty filled up nowadays, so you will be scheduled after at least 2 weeks, I guess. So uh, that is what you will be, you have to go for a reading. Now, many people ask about the spellbook prices. The prices completely depend on your spell work, on your situation, what spells you need. Okay, and what's those spells, what are the materials that those spells need. Okay, and how many days do they need to be worked on. All right, how much is the work that is required to be done. I do not charge much fees. I hardly charge, I don't know, like I hardly charge $50 or something like that, or some equivalent of that for per spell. Okay, all right. So, like, other than that, I mean, everything else, that is my performance spell. That is my, that $50 or that equivalent is my that is my energy exchange. All right, for me, putting in time, maybe over 5 days, maybe over 7 days, maybe over even longer. Okay, me putting in energy behind that spell, that is that amount. Okay, other than that, whatever amount is remaining is all spell work ingredients. And believe me, spell work ingredients are not cheap. Spell work ingredients are really not cheap. If you really think that skull candles and like big candles and 7-day candles and the herbs, like so many herbs, okay, like so many herbs and such other things, and incenses and everything comes for, and like some 10 different oils that you would need in your spell work. If you think that all of this comes for free, then you are absolutely wrong. This does not come for free. Okay, so, and I am a person who really am sophisticated about my magic, and I really like using a lot of different stuffs in my magic because I think it gives really good results. Now, I would like to speak about my spellwork results. I have been successful about 80 to 85% of the time for love work, and 95% of the time with money work, and about 90 to 95% with curses. All right. Now, some of the reasons that spellworks do not go through is either you are, mostly what I see is that you are too negative, you think too much, you worry too much, you are just like, killing the magic, but with your expectations and like your worries and, like your demanding attitude. If you have a demanding attitude, believe me, spirits are not your slaves, they are not going to listen to you. Okay, so in fact, they would like work your spells in the least, like, they would work it in the slowest possible manner if you are like that. All right, I mean, the more humble you are, the more grateful you are, okay, your work gets through. And of course, you are coming to me for a kind of work that cannot be done in any other way, right? It cannot be done in any other way. You cannot, like, yeah, I understand, say for example, to increase sales and marketings, I would say, yeah, like you can go for, better salesmen, you can go for better marketing agencies, you can, advertise more, but that still does not guarantee that people will pick up more sales, right? And this is like when you do not have that much of, that would require a huge more investment. All right, and this is to petition the spirits. This work is to petition the spirits. This work is to petition the elements and manipulate energy. Okay, I manipulate energy, all right, for you, and that is what gives you the results. Now, if you are not accepting this energy, the only way you can ever accept this energy is if you tune yourself to this energy's frequency. All right, just like a radio station, is broadcasting its songs, all the good songs and everything. All right, so after that, there was a slight disturbance. So the radio station is broadcasting, its station and its songs. If you want to listen to those songs, all right, if you want to enjoy those songs, then you would have to tune your radio to the frequency of the radio station, because the frequency of the radio station will not tune itself for you, right? Because that energy exists at a particular frequency itself. Now, after, so you have to understand that this process is not very simple, like you just give me your money and I just do your spells and it is all done. Well, no, it is not that. You have to co-create with me. All right, what you get in this is basically that somebody else is trying to manipulate energy in your, for your benefit, and somebody else is there putting in their energy for you. Okay, so it is like you have your, at least whatever you want, that energy, that desire is being multiplied. All right, that is the reason you're paying me, and you are paying for the spell casting materials, since they are different for every different case. Say for example, a sweetening spell, okay, it should be standard: honey, roses, a few herbs, okay, a candle, and that's it. But then how many days has it to be worked on? What kind of honey should be put in? What kind of herbs do it? Should it be, like more reconciliation, towards more reconciliation, or towards more, is it towards more quelling of arguments? All right, or is it to make your thoughts seep into their mind, okay, into their emotions, kind of like, kind, that sweetening of thoughts. All right, what kind of jar is it, what kind of oils, what kind of herbs, what kind of, you know, other stuff would it need, what kind of candles. Okay, and none of these things are cheap, right? None of these things are cheap. And I work on a jar candle for at least 90 days because I work with the moon. All right, I work with the moon and I work with its cycles because that powers up. I have seen that it amplifies my spell work, and that is the reason that I work with 3 moons. All right, so the waning moon, the full moon, the waxing moon. I said it just the opposite: the waxing moon, the full moon, the waning moon, and the new moon. Okay, so the moon has 3 phases where it is waxing, full, and waning. All right, so I work with the 3 moons. So I work at least for 90 days or more until your desires are fulfilled. I do not leave the case just because I have not, you know, I have not been paid more. All right, I sometimes, and I have used a lot, of my own resources for my clients, just because I have taken, some amount, a particular amount of money. Maybe I've exceeded that budget, maybe I've done more spells. Okay, but I keep doing it just because what makes me, I do not need to do spell work for money. But yes, these ingredients are costly and my time is also need to be paid for, of course, right? So except for that, I do not really need money for spell work. And what I want is basically my mission, why I started with spell work for people, is to make people believe in magic. If your spells do come true, if I have been able to fulfill your wishes, nothing would make me happier, nothing would make my day, happier. And that is all I desire. And you would believe in magic, okay, and you would propagate that, what magic exists. So that is my desire, and that is the reason that I do spell work. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.